Hey there guys, hope everyone's doing well, but as Christmas gets closer and closer, I wanted to show you guys a little bit of a pet project I've had over the past 2 years, how I custom made an illuminated Christmas tree. This has been a fun little side project. I'm going to show you how I did it. It's really simple, honestly, especially if you've got some old school Bluebox cars like these. They're just lying around and you want to turn them into something cool. I'm going to show you how I built these, what all goes under the hood, and roughly what you'll be sinking into it cost-wise. So, without further ado, let's get started. So where did I get an idea like this? This actually was spurred on shortly after I went and saw the daylight back in 2021. Seeing the locomotive, seeing the passenger cars and how they were lit up, struck a chord at the right time because we had a club open house coming up and I wanted to add a little something different, because it's Christmas, that's the time to run the cheesy fun trains. You can run prototype stuff all day. The public wants to see a train, they want to see something Christmas related, and they want to have fun with it too. So it was nothing for me to get a steam engine, put this behind it, and just let it turn laps. And we did it to good results. Real quick, I'll just do a technical overview of these two cars. Like I said, at their core, they are just Bluebox passenger cars, with the battery pack riding in the passenger compartment, the LEDs along the side, and the wiring running up between the shell and the chassis. Very simple to do, very simple to install. This guy, you can see this a little more obvious. I made the button more accessible, so you can just reach in on the side, fire away, and it honestly blends in with the underbody so you don't notice it as much. Again, I didn't learn the best on this one. I figured it'd be a great idea to drill out the bottom of the compartment, make it where I could just reach over and push it. That led to a few failed experiments with gluing, using microscale crystal clear, so this one's a little more stubborn, but will still fire just the same. And no, it isn't pretty, but it gets the job done. So with the shell removed, here's all I did under the hood. Essentially, all I needed to do, added some tire weights for stability. This is the battery pack. It runs off of 2 AAAs. A little bit of basic wire management, and that's it. This is literally as simple as you can get. Off switch on the bottom, your light strand on the side of the cars, and everything running underneath. So one thing I did do to kind of disguise everything, just very simply, took some black electrical tape, laid it over the compartment, and that actually worked pretty well. And besides, with the lights on in the dark, you're not going to see very far into the car body anyway. And to get it all back together, again, I designed this mainly just to be quick and easy for, any small maintenance, changing the batteries. Just take everything, turn it upside down, make sure you're not pinching any wires. This is also the reason I chose a Bluebox passenger car, because you can get inside and access anything you need to very, very quickly. So with our car in the background here for some mood lighting, let me show you how I got these lights on the cars. Now, one mistake I did make out of the gate, the LEDs are a little big. This was my fault. I didn't quite know roughly what size I'd be working with. Evans Design makes 2 sizes of these. I think these are the standard, and then they've got a pico or a micro size. So you can get them in smaller configurations than this guy. One thing I did do to make life easy, I just did a dab of super glue, pressed one LED down, let it set up, and just repeated the process as I went around the car. It's not quite perfect, as you can see, but it does a good enough job with, basic Christmas lights on a passenger car. The one reason I did kind of follow this design philosophy, you think about what a tourist driver would do. Let's just say majority of your route runs one way, just like the Holiday Express. People are only going to view the train from this side, not as often on the fireman's side. So I figured, you know what, I could do both sides of the car, but honestly, it's easier to leave one side plain and let the magic happen on the other. And that honestly worked out for the better. So real quick, just while I've got both of the cars on and hanging out here, let me go into a little bit more detail about the LED strands, just for your reference. So Evans Designs actually has a few different lengths. I went for the 12-string light here, and that'll run you roughly $15.90. These are the chip size, so that's roughly what you can guesstimate on. The nano LEDs they have on their site are $2 more. So if you went for the same size of this, but in a smaller LED, you're looking at $17.90 roughly per that one. The one nice thing about it, I bought for this one just the basic 12-string chip, and it came with a battery pack. So the only thing I had to do, twist the wires, line everything up, the instructions show you what to do, and it fires right away. For more in-depth information on the Christmas lights, I recommend checking out their website, evandesigns.com. They got some really cool customer projects showing you how to get everything installed and go from there. But yeah, this is a neat little way if you want a quick and simple Christmas train. Again, you could do it on an old school, Bachman passenger car, box car even, if you wanted to recreate like some of the Toys for Tots or holiday trains out there. In my case, I just did a little bit of a freelance and it worked out really nice. These have been some fun cars, and what I'm going to do here in a little bit, I'm going to overlay some running footage so you guys can see what they look like at night and how they look during our club open house. So that's how I built this little Christmas train. It's been a fun little set. If you guys have any more questions or want to know a little bit more about it, feel free to drop a comment below. I'll answer them as best I can. And thank you guys for watching. I hope you all have a fantastic holiday season. Merry Christmas, and I will see y'all in the next one. Can I help you, sir?